My name is Blaine Florian.
My name is Haley Porter.
Logan Curtis.
My name is Jansen Williams.
I'm Tucker Spanbauer.
Blue.
My favorite color is purple.
Blue.
My favorite color is green.
Blue.
There are 8 total.
Well, technically I have my mom and my stepdad, and then my dad and my stepmom, and I have 3 siblings.
Yeah, I have 1 brother and 1 sister.
I've got 2 brothers or 2 sisters and a brother.
Depends on what you consider family, but I have 4 brothers and sisters and 4 stepbrothers and sisters, and then my stepmom and my stepdad. So there's 11 of us.
Okay. Blaine's pretty unique.
Probably Haley. I don't know, I love my name.
Probably Rush.
Why?
Because my favorite pro kayaker's name is Rush Sturgis, and I think that's a sick name.
I would have just kept my name the same, because I think Jansen is pretty unique. And I don't know, I get it as like my username on social media for my email. It's just Jansen at Yahoo and stuff.
Tucker, definitely.
My favorite thing about myself. I like that I'm able to relate to and make friends easily.
My favorite thing about myself is how social I am.
What do you think about myself? I think I'm a pretty personable person.
I like that I have the ability to walk and run and hike. And then I'm like, I don't know, everything's fine with me. I don't have any issues, like, physically.
My favorite thing about myself? Man. Does my family count as myself or what? My family's my favorite thing, but if I had to say something about myself, probably my hair. I dig my hair.
My father.
How so?
Just with his life accomplishments and his example that he sets for me. I want to be able to set that example for my son one day. Just being a worthy husband and father, and having a respectable job.
What inspires me is looking at my goal of myself 10 years from now. And I'm probably not going to ever reach it, but that's okay, because in the next 10 years I can still try and be better as, I don't know if that really makes sense, but just looking at a goal for myself in the next 10 years.
What's your goal?
For right now, I want to get a master's degree and get married and have a family.
Okay.
Perfect date night would probably be like a horseback ride. There's a really cool place called Waterfall Canyon that's not too far from here. I'd probably go on like an evening horseback ride through Waterfall Canyon, and then like go stargazing, have a picnic.
I'd say nature. And like, just nature in general. Being outside.
Depends on if the girl knows how to snowboard. I would love to go snowboarding with the girl if she knew how. If she didn't, I hate teaching people how to snowboard, so I wouldn't be down for that. But if it was just like some random girl who didn't know how to snowboard, roller skating.
Probably an optimist.
Why?
Probably because I think I like, if I understand the definition right, I like to see the bright side of things, instead of just focusing on like the negative parts of things. I think if you're more positive, then you'll be able to make more positive things in your life happen.
I'm definitely an optimist.
What inspires me? I think adventure sports inspire me a lot. I think seeing other people pursuing their passion, whether it's like dancing or art or music, that inspires me a lot. Just to see that other people are making it, and to know that I can follow my dreams. The mountains inspire me a lot. Just to go out and just to be outside.
I'd say I'm a realist because when things happen, I'm just like, oh yeah, that happened. Like, I don't know, I accept the fact that it happened. So.
And I really like that feeling of just being better than I was yesterday.
My deepest fear.
Bleeding. I don't go near knives or sharp objects as much as I can because I don't like bleeding. It makes me pass out.
Optimist, definitely.
Sharks. For sure, just sharks in general.
An optimist, definitely.
Is being alone by myself, trapped in the woods with no flashlight, and I don't know where I am. It's probably one of my biggest fears. At night.
The gospel. It's a generic answer, but the fact that I can be with my family forever and be able to, I don't know, live in a higher way.
My deepest fear, probably loneliness. Honestly, I hate being alone, and I love being around a lot of people. So I think if I had to be lonely for a long time, that'd probably be my biggest fear.
I would say the biggest event that shaped me into who I am would be like moving in with my dad when like I graduated from high school, because he kind of like taught me the life skills I needed that like my mom hadn't taught me as growing up and stuff.
One day getting married and my wife leaving.
Probably, it's like a little series of events. It's three major decisions I made. One decision to come to BYU, Idaho. Second decision I made was to join the military. And yeah, probably a third decision would be like the different people I surround myself with.
Well, in 8th grade, my dad had a massive heart attack, and it was at home, and my whole family was there, and I performed CPR on him, and if not, he would have died. And going through that experience and having him be in the hospital and have to be rehabilitated, and this was also the same time, it was like a really pivotal time in my life, and I had just started to take lessons from the missionaries. So I learned a lot about myself in that just 1 year, about having patience and learning how to become just a better person.
The biggest event was probably one that I just remember the most, like bringing my family together, is when we got sealed in the temple, because my mom grew up in Northern California, and so she wasn't a member, she was a convert. And so when I was about 12 years old, my whole family got to get sealed in the temple together. And so I think that's definitely shaped me into who I am today, because I kind of can remember like the importance of the gospel, keeping my family together from that day. So it helps me try to stay on the course as much as I can.
I would say I slouch a lot, and I don't mean to, but I do.
The day that I gained my testimony, the church played a big role in my life. My parents got divorced. My mom told us she was leaving and just kind of bailed, and it kind of sucked. And I prayed a lot that day, and I felt something that I can't describe. And I I definitely know that God lives, and that's completely changed my life since then. My life has been completely different than it was that day.
If I'm being totally honest, it's probably like it's talking to that girl that I'm most afraid to talk to. You know, I'm always afraid of what she'll think of me, or you know, if I'll get rejected. I can be pretty, I don't know, self-conscious about that kind of stuff.
My biggest insecurity would probably be I tend to overthink things.
Was on my mission. I felt really happy there. I felt like I belonged. I felt like I had people that loved me, and I felt like I loved everyone around me. And I honestly felt like Heavenly Father was completely content with where I was in my life at that moment.
I would say to just not be afraid of anything and just like, I don't know, just do whatever you want to do, and like instead of like holding back in life and like being afraid to do things because of like the outcome, just to do it and just like live life to the fullest.
I'm not exactly sure like what an insecurity is, but like probably making my dad like disappointed. Would that be an insecurity? Like
Yeah, it could be.
making my dad disappointed in me, or like not having him be proud of me. That's probably something that I worry about a lot and insecure about.
Don't join the military. No. Actually, yeah, don't join the military. You can just work and make money other ways.
I tell myself to be more confident and to be nicer to other people because I was really insecure for a long time.
My biggest insecurity is that I make someone angry or that I hurt someone's feelings. I never want to do that. So if I ever feel like I hurt someone, I always apologize, and I apologize probably more than I should.
My dream, I want to be successful. I want to be a filmmaker, a videographer for action adventure sports. So I guess my dream would be to work with big companies through marketing, public relations and stuff, but also film for like Red Bull and GoPro and Woodward and these big companies that work with professional athletes and in the backcountry doing the adventure sports.
Happiest moment in my life. It's probably when I found out that I was finally going to have a little brother. I had 3 sisters in a row, and I really wanted a little brother. So, yeah.
One was when I got like a husky puppy when I was like 10. That was the best day of my life. And the other would be like getting sealed in the temple to my mom and my sister.
Definitely being baptized. It was the most overwhelming sense of joy and the feeling of everything that was missing in my life was complete. And it was the best day of my life, by far.
Probably to date around more in high school.